Jackie's supposed to be a lawyer and she couldn't even stand up for herself when Ryan's friend said, "Look at me when I'm speaking to you." If I seen my lawyer allowing somebody to speak to them like that, they'd be sacked. Mafs Australia, Wednesday the 18th of March, episode 31. Dave has decided to put more effort in with Jamie and show him that he's actually willing to fight for the relationship. Dave's dad seems to really think that he likes Jamie, so either he's amazing at gaslighting or his dad's just got really high hopes. I really hope that things work out between the two, because I keep seeing interviews, like podcasts, and they've been asking them did anything happen with Veronica, and I genuinely don't think that anything did happen with Veronica. I think people just like to blow everything out of proportion. TJ was visiting Beth's home. Holy fuck, this is why I don't like to get families involved. I hate doing meet the family. Like, who really gives a fuck what their family thinks at the end of the day? I know that some people are really close-knit, but no matter how much I love my mum or my brother, they're not going to tell me who I can and can't date. When they were sitting at the dinner table, I thought her family were so rude. Like when he was saying, "Oh, we're friends, blah, blah, blah," and they're going, "Oh, that word's been used a lot." They've only known each other for 2 months. It's called married at first fucking sight. What is wrong with these people? Not everybody's just going to fall in love in the first 3 seconds that they know each other. So when the dad was questioning him, and he's like, "Oh, at the end of this, is my daughter going to be heartbroken?" Mate, she came onto a show called Married at First Sight. That was a risk she was willing to take. This is her first real boyfriend, right? And anybody who's watching this show now is surely going to watch that and go, fuck going to her house. Fuck being her boyfriend. Being fucking grilled by the family. No thanks. It was an actual interrogation. I was embarrassed for her. And okay, he's pulling some sort of stunt now where all of a sudden he's saying that he's not sure about the relationship, but he wanted to stay and try. And everybody's saying he's pulling a Dave, right? But we all know that he's been on reality TV before, and he could just be in it for the fame. Up until now, he seemed like a nice guy, but maybe he just genuinely wasn't sure how he was feeling. But regardless of what he said or done, her family are absolute fucking cunts. I've been seeing a few comments about Athena's visit with her sister, and people are saying, "Oh, why does Cleo always bring up her nephew?" Probably because the whole thing has got to revolve around her nephew, where he's going to stay at the end of it, what kind of man he's going to be living with. Thank God it's not him, because they two have split up. Imagine him looking after you, Irene. No fucking way, I wouldn't let him near my dog. Ree and Jeff are so cute, they're getting on great, and he gave her the key to his apartment. Ryan and Jackie. In case this is my first video that you've ever seen, I think the two of them are fannies. But she exhausts me, her and her 24 personalities. I've seen a lot of people online slagging his house, but if I'm being honest, I prefer his house to her house, because her house is boring as shit. His is eclectic, he's got wee memories everywhere, much like me. And he says, "Oh, it's not like hoarding, it's memories." That is literally me. People come into my room and they're shocked. The rest of my house isn't like that, right? But they come into my room and they're like that, "Holy shit, man, like, how much stuff have you got?" She starts crying once again, and she's like, "Oh, it reminds me of the elderly when they've been alone for years." Well, she reminds me of somebody who's got schizophrenia and multiple personality disorder, but I think she's actually got HPD. When he was in her apartment and she was saying to him about shaving his beard, and then she says, "Oh, you can't have a conversation with you because you've got a small brain." Imagine he said that to her. There would be a fucking uproar. She's being abused. He says that she's got a small brain, but she's allowed to speak like that to him. Now, don't get me wrong, I think he's a total dick, but it's double standards. When they were driving to his apartment and she was holding these fucking god-awful flowers, I kept on thinking they cost over $100, but then I realised that $100 is like £50, so I suppose it's not really that bad. I like lilies personally myself, or orange lilies, but that arrangement as well, she's got fucking shite tasting flowers. But I'm not the one who has to have them in my house, so it's not my problem. So instantly she's like trying to change everything about him. And I understand that there's people who come into my room and they think, "Oh my God, it's too much, you've got too much stuff," right? And I would be willing to make a compromise if my partner came in and they were living with me, and I would make it like half and half decisions, right? But she's only there for a couple of days, and she's just taking things way too far. As well, people in comments of videos are saying, oh, him and his boy toys. And what? He's allowed to have interests. Like, if you went into a woman's house, right, and there was loads of, like, a wardrobe full of shoes, a wardrobe full of bags, hundreds of makeup, right, like, this is me, like, stereotypical, right, but just as an example, loads of these things, right, you wouldn't really think it, and you'd maybe think, oh, she spends a bit too much on bags and shoes, but if you go into a guy's house, and he's collecting stuff, say it's like pop figures or swords, or like in his case like bottles or memorabilia, right, for where he's visited, there's a problem. It's like one rule for women and another rule for men. It drives me insane. I bet you if she went into his house and there was just a big massive wall of aftershaves, nobody would say anything. But because it's stuff that doesn't make sense to them, they've got a problem with it. So they went to take the dog out for a walk, and he was trying to like show her how to hold a lead. Like, I'm sure she knows how to do it, but it was kind of annoying because she was trying to like walk the dog her own way, and he was saying, no, she's my dog, I know what she tries to get away with. So it was annoying, but at the same time, he was treating her like a fucking 2-year-old, as if she doesn't even know how to fucking hold a lead. So then when they went to meet his friends, why did her pal even come? She just sat there in complete silence, and when his pals were shouting at her, her pal still didn't say anything. Why the fuck did you bother getting out of bed? And as I mentioned at the start of the video, she's supposed to be a lawyer, even though she's not working now because apparently she's got like PTSD or she's too stressed or whatever and she can't work now. So she's an unemployed lawyer, right? But she cries at the drop of a hat. Anytime there's any conflict whatsoever, she cries. And she says on one of her TikToks that she doesn't like confrontation. Why the fuck are you a lawyer then? You get confrontation all the time. So what, is she just going to stand in court and be like, oh, you've raised your voice? Fuck off. Fuck off, Jackie. I actually can't stand this witch. She's not as bad as Lauren, right, but I literally can't stand her. And she keeps on making TikTok videos, and she's like, oh, it was badly edited, and this didn't happen, and that didn't happen. And I do understand that sometimes it's the edits, but she cannot deny that she's an absolute crackpot. No matter what she says on her TikTok videos, I find it very difficult to believe. But then I seen a clip of one of his videos, and he said something along the lines of, do you know what's worse than the frequency of DV in this country? Somebody bandwagoning on a reality TV show to lie and make false accusations. And I thought, is that worse though? Is that just as bad? Now, I seen a clip on her TikTok a couple of days ago, and she was talking about how he had posted revenge videos. I haven't seen them, but apparently he's posted some sort of revenge video which was stupid because you can go to jail for that. That being said, until I see it, I'm not going to believe it, because whatever personality was talking in that video that day could have been just fabricating everything. That woman could tell me the sky was blue and the grass was green, and I would question my own sanity. But anyway, when his friends were speaking to her, I didn't feel sorry for her whatsoever. I didn't think they were wrong, and I know that people were going, oh, he shouldn't have been shouting at her, blah blah blah, right, okay. Maybe they shouldn't have been shouting at her. But then when she was speaking to the girlfriend, and she's like that, look at me when I'm speaking to you. I'd have been like that. Are you talking to me? Are you fucking talking to me? Like, what the fuck? Okay, mum. I'll not look away when I'm speaking to you. What the fuck? What a bitch. Now, while I agree with most of what she was saying, like, who the fuck was she talking to like that? And again, she's supposed to be a lawyer. And all she did was, like, get up and walk away. The whole scenario was fucking crazy to me. And not only that, her friends didn't even say anything. I've got friends, I won't name any names, but they know who they are. If somebody says to me, look at me when I'm speaking to you, they'd be decked. It wouldn't matter if there was cameras there or not, it would be game over, there would be an ambulance there. Your body would be getting sent home in a bag. So, she's very lucky that Jackie's friend wasn't anything like my friends. That would have been an absolute fucking laugh, wouldn't it? That would have caused some drama. The show would definitely be getting cancelled after that one. Anyway, let me know what you thought of the show in the comments. Do you think that Ryan's house was that bad? Like, I didn't like the colours, I didn't like the decor, and I didn't like the stuff that he had, but, you know, at least it was personal. Kinda liked it.